What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey, everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. All right. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure about the pronunciation of this name, but we're going to go with the obvious, I guess. We're coming back to IGORRR. Yes, indeed. How about that? IGORRR Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
But they told me it was Igor.
Well, they were wrong then, weren't they?
IGORRR. I'm still not sure if it's Igor or Igor. Part of me wants to go the Igor route, a la Young Frankenstein, but not 100% sure about that. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity-bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Brent Winship, and Brent wanted to see me react to this song by Igor or Igor. And we're going to go with Igor for right now, with a tune called Camel Dancefloor. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by IGORRR, 3 R's, yeah, there it is. And the video has 236,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. IGORRR, yes. Camel Dancefloor, live at Paul and Rock Festival 2021. Oh boy, we're gonna see these guys live. All right, we'll see how this translates to a crowd experience. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
So vocals going to kick in over 2/3 of the way through the song. Okay, well, sure, why not? Okay, listen. I can see this being played. I mean, I know it's being played at a festival. I can see it. I can see it. If I were to hear this song, like a studio recording of this song, and I heard those first, 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the song that I heard, I would honestly say, yeah, I can see this being done at a festival. Sure. I can see it being done. It fits. It's festival music. Absolutely. Guitarist, drummer, and DJ. And let's be honest here. DJ doing most of the work. Okay. There's no bass player. There's no keyboards. It's all being done through the DJ, and even most of the drumming, if I'm being honest, is being done through the DJ as well. The drummer is honestly just accompanying the DJ with what he's playing. If the drummer was playing everything that the DJ's drums were doing, I'd be a lot more impressed. A lot more impressed. The utilization of like the high ride bell or an ice bell, I can't tell, it's one of those two. But playing those 16th note patterns. Actually, I'm sorry, 32nd note pattern on that cymbal, whichever cymbal it is, ice bell or high up on the ride. If I were to watch that drummer incorporating that into the playing that he's doing as well, I'd be a little more impressed. A little more impressed. I'll tell you right now. The song itself, the chord progression, it's not complicated. Like I said, festival music. Absolutely festival music. Something very simple, something very easy for the crowd to be able to enjoy. Doesn't require a whole lot of brain power. It's pretty simple stuff. Now we're adding in the vocals. Seriously, 2/3 of the way through. Okay, let's see what happens here. I don't know, 2/3 of the way through the song, and now they bring in the vocals. It's almost like, what's the point? Yeah. I mean, okay, look, I will say this. Overall, I did like this better than my first experience with Igor. I will say that. Having said that, that's not saying very much. God, what was my score that I gave them? I know it was, I'm almost positive I had them down in the 2s somewhere. I think it was high 2s. I think it was like 2.8 or 2.7, maybe 2.6. It was, I know it was over a 2.5. I remember it was under 3. I know that. This was better. How much better though? I'm not sure. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Igor with Camel Dancefloor. This was a request from Brent Winship. All right, let's just rip off the Band-Aid. Let's just get to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, believe it or not, it's not as bad as you might think. I'm going to give that a 4.2. Yep, 4.2. Look, I don't like giving out low scores, okay? I really don't. But at the same time, when the song deserves it, I'm going to give it. And yeah, I absolutely think 4.2 is exactly where we need to be with this overall presentation. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 4.2, what does that mean? Well, a 4.2 would translate to a not very good skill rating because overall, I don't think this presentation was very good. It would also get 2 out of 5 stars and believe it or not, it's passing with a C- letter grade. Yeah, C-. So there you go, a 4.2, not very good skill rating, 2 out of 5 stars, and a C- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Musically, there's really not a whole lot happening here. The chordal progression is very simplistic. Melodies are, I suppose, they're either being covered by the guitar or more often than not being covered by the DJ at all times. I've never understood the usage of or why certain acts will use a DJ in certain ways. Like, okay, you look at a band like Crossfaith, for example. Okay, now that DJ, he's providing samples, he's providing drops, he's providing stage energy. God bless him. He's very entertaining to watch, and he is helping the song by filling in the gaps and giving songs elements that you just cannot get with a guitar or a bass or a keyboard. I get it. I understand it. I got no problem with it. Did you notice why I said their DJ is not doing? Their DJ is not providing any type of percussion work. That is the drummer's job. That is the drummer's responsibility. I have never understood why you will have a DJ and a drummer playing the exact same thing at the exact same time. I will never understand that. What's the point? Do you not trust your drummer to be able to do the job? I don't know why, because from what I could see from their drummer, he's pretty talented. I'll bet he could do everything that the DJ drums were doing and do his part at the same time. I'm willing to bet he can. Why not let him do it? Why rely on a DJ to provide the percussion when you have a drummer? That makes absolutely no sense. Now, if the DJ was just sitting there playing samples and drops and filling in gaps that the drummer is unable to do, I would understand that. I would absolutely get that. But by having the drummer and the DJ playing the exact same thing at the exact same time, I do not understand that. That either shows a complete lack of trust in the drummer's ability, or it shows that the drummer is actually not able to play the things that the drummer is able to, that the DJ is playing. Thus, why have him? Why not hire a drummer who can actually play the parts? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. The guitarist, if I'm being honest, the first 2/3 of the song, honestly, he was kind of an afterthought. The DJ was doing most of the work. The DJ was doing most of the heavy lifting. So why bother even having the guitarist out there in the first place? I don't understand. I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. The guitarist really didn't become a factor until the 4 measures before the vocalist kicked in. When all of a sudden the guitarist really kicked in hard, kicked in with that thick distortion tone. All of a sudden the guitarist came alive, and it's like, oh, hello. Hi, Mr. Guitarist. Nice of you to finally join us and really become a force within this song. Otherwise, it was just supplementing background noise and, filling in gaps that were left by what the DJ was doing. Again, I just feel like it was a waste. It doesn't make any sense to me. The song was very simplistic. I mean, simplistic is a severe understatement. It really didn't go anywhere. It really didn't evolve in any way, shape, or form until the vocalist came in. Then all of a sudden it grew. That was nice. I'm glad that happened. But that's not a that's not a notational thing. That's not a chordal progression thing. That's a dynamics thing. That was just, it got bigger, it got louder, it got fuller. It didn't get any more detailed or any more intricate within the actual playing. Just turn up the volume knob. That's all they did. And I will say the live show was entertaining to watch. If I'm not mistaken, did they get all 5? I think. Oh, hold on. I think they actually did get all 5. That's why I'm at the 4.2. Let's go on the checklist. I'll prove it. Stage presence. Yeah, they look like performers. They acted like performers, no question about it. Especially the lead vocalist, who was only out there for a minute and 10 seconds or so. But hey, it was something at least. But stage presence was definitely there. That gets a check. Stage energy. Yeah, the guitarist was moving around on stage a little bit. He was moving around, and that was, and okay. And I know the DJ wasn't moving his feet, but he was being very animated back there. So I'll give it that. That gets a check. Stage interaction. Yeah, I saw the guitarist interacting with the DJ a few times, and vice versa. And I also saw the DJ interacting with the drummer a few times. So yeah, that gets a check. It gets a check. Crowd interaction. Yeah, thanks to the DJ and the lead vocalist. When the lead vocalist finally did decide to grace us with his presence, he interacted with the crowd a little bit. So yeah, that gets the check. Showmanship. Mostly done heavy lifting was done by, surprise, surprise, the DJ. The lead vocalist, when he did come out, he put on a pretty decent show too. So yeah, showmanship, it gets the check. So they got all 5 of the major checks, plus there's production. Now, the light show design. Yeah, the light show was kind of, all right, so production too. Fine, I'll give them production. Plus the makeup job from the lead vocalist, that's production as well. So you take all of these factors into account, and this is how we're getting up to a 4.2. I know it's not a fantastic score. I know it's not an 8 or a 9 like people would love to see me give, but at the same time, I went and checked. My first reaction to IGORRR was it was 2.7. I knew it was in the high 2s, I just didn't know where. So it got a 2.7. So we jumped from a 2.7 all the way up to a 4.2. Yeah, I feel good about that score. And that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in the shiniest bow we can possibly find. We got a 4.2, which is a not very good skill rating, 2 out of 5 stars, and a passing C- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.